Hello, everyone. My name is Muhammad Ahmed Hassan Ali, and I'm from Alexandria, Egypt. Now, take a look at this photo behind me. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you look at this photo? When we look at a photo like this, so many questions instantly flood our minds. How does AI affect modern art? Is AI about to replace the artist? Is this the end of an era for human creativity in what's so called modern art? Well, um, this is what it is today. We're going to be exploring the effects of how AI is affecting modern art. Let's talk about modern art, but before that, we have to ask ourselves a fundamental question. What is true art? Formally, art history tells us that our work is made of three components. First, there's the subject, which is simply what the piece is about. Second, there's the form, how the artist organizes the elements, the colors, and the overall composition. And third, there's the content, the actual meaning or story behind it. But true art also requires a deeper personal feeling. You see, there are deeper unspoken recipes: creativity, emotions, and feelings. If you possess those three components, plus the three recipes inside you, you only have one final step left. You have to create it. And to do that, you need a tool. Human tools are limitless. You can use a pencil, you can use a marker, you can use a brush or a canvas. When you put creativity and emotions through these tools, art is born. And when we talk about modern art, it comes in so many different types and forms. One of the most frequently used types of modern art is digital art. You see, digital art didn't change the core recipe of art, it simply changed the canvas. Instead of physical paper, the artist utilizes a smartphone, tablet, or computer. When you put creativity and emotions through these tools, art is born. And when we talk about it, about how we can simply talk about it, is that we can say that technology is the brush, but you are the artist. But what happens when artificial intelligence enters the studio? AI art looks entirely different. It doesn't start with a feeling. It starts with a cold command. A user types a prompt, and the AI uses its massive servers, algorithms, and stored data to generate a breathtaking masterpiece. But let's be honest, it also gives that masterpiece 3 arms, 6 fingers on one hand, and teeth where the eyes should be. Like, I know there's lots of people out there who claim we know which art is made by AI and which one is not. Now, clap once if you're that type of person. Clap twice if you think that this is made by AI. Now, so many people have seen this image before, and about 10% of those people confidently say that this is not made by AI. But then I ask them, how's that? And then they say, well, the artist was clearly working on that masterpiece at 12 a.m. while drinking some of that sugarcane juice, that Asab juice right there. Now, and that brings us to the final result: a masterpiece. AI can store massive amounts of information, but a simple normal hand can completely shatter its software. How amazing is that? You see, AI art has been sparking huge controversies worldwide. In 2022, an AI image won first place at the Colorado State Fair Digital Art Competition, which sparked global outrage among digital artists. Just last year, in March of 2025, Christie's hosted its first ever major fine art auction dedicated entirely to AI art, pulling in nearly $730,000 in a single event. Can you believe that? Today, over 35% of all major fine art auctions now feature AI-generated or AI-assisted pieces. Because of this, the fear among creators is real. A landmark global report released by UNESCO warned that if left unregulated, generative AI shifts could cause music creators to lose up to 24% of their revenues, and for audiovisual artists to lose 21% of their income in the coming years. But here's the main problem: AI has no emotions. Human feelings are deeply complicated. We laugh without knowing why, and we cry without being able to put our sadness into words. If we can't fully map our own emotions, a programmer or developer certainly can't code them into software. Pure AI lacks true creativity. But here's the thrilling shift happening right now: a new type of modern art called hyperdigital AI art. You see, this is where the magic happens. In hyperdigital AI art, the artist doesn't just type a lazy command and walk away. Now, we've all seen those commands. Draw me an astronaut riding a neon turtle in the style of Van Gogh. That's not art direction. That's what happens when you fall asleep watching the Sci-Fi Channel at 3 a.m. Now look, the artist uses AI as a dynamic tool alongside their digital tablet and stylus. They take their own raw emotions, their own hours of sketching, and blend it with the speed of AI. Whether that's music, paintings, or even holograms, it allows us to push the boundaries of what we can visually dream up. Now, you see, my obsession with this exact balance, the intersection of human imagination and technology, is what drives everything I do. At my school, I founded the Technology and AI Club, and I've worked so hard for the past school year, and it became incredibly successful. You see, at my club, we don't just sit around memorizing tech history and facts, or just talking about how technology is used in many fields. We also talk about artificial intelligence, and how to use AI responsibly as a tool to elevate our human potential. Ever since I was young, I've had the burning desire. I've had one specific concept has been stuck in my mind. It's a product I've been developing called VC1, which stands for Vehicle Car 1. It's a vehicle, but it doesn't look like a standard car. Think of it like an advanced hoverboard. This is a prototype I made a few years ago of how it's going to look like, and this is the same prototype in two different pictures. Now look, I've spent years mapping out its mechanics and accessories, including a revolutionary magnetic chair that will redefine transportation, especially for those who cannot stand for long. I mean, just imagine the future. People casually flying around the streets with floating magnetic chairs. Now, I know this might seem pretty crazy at first, but hey, that's how the future starts. Ever since I was young, I've had the burning desire to travel across the world, to walk right into the legendary headquarters of tech giants like Apple in California or Google's. I want to stand in those rooms, attend their historic events, and look into the eyes of engineers, designers, and innovators who work tirelessly to create the hardware and software that change their lives. I want to meet the people who prove that ideas can change the world. I want to meet the CEO of Apple and the CEO of Google. Ultimately, all of this has shown me is that technology has been a beautiful part in our lives, across every single field, from transport systems like VC1 to the smartphones in our pockets. Technology has one true purpose: to make our lives easier yet simpler. But when it comes to the creation of art, we should know what progress really means. AI can give us a flawless image. It can mimic the patterns and the styles of history's greatest masters. But an AI doesn't create out of a need to be understood. It doesn't create it because its heart is broken or because it's chasing a dream. It simply processes data. True art is not defined by how clean the lines are or how complex the software is. True art is an act of translation. It is the bridge between my souls and yours. It's about the creativity you put into it, effort you pour into it, the emotions you feel, and the way people connect with it. AI can give us results, but it'll always be human creativity and human emotion that makes every piece of art truly unique. Thank you.